What's new, 802? I'm Becca Hammond, and you're listening to Vermont Talks. Vermont Talks may include graphic or explicit content. Listener discretion is advised. On this week's episode, I am talking with Jack, Sam, and Sebastian of Pons, the band in your ears. Pons' debut album, Intellect, was released on September 17th, so it's just a month old. You should go check that out. They are on Bandcamp, they are on Spotify, Pons the band. Scientists say that it has an unprecedented effect on your brain. It's been hyped up by Nardwuar, the human serviette. I don't know if you guys know who Nardwuar is, but he's pretty huge on YouTube, so that's very cool that Pons the band has been recognized by Nardwuar. Congrats, guys. Let's get going. Welcome, Pons, the band. Pons in your ear.
Pons in your ear.
So today we have Sebastian, Jack, and Sam, all from Pons, the band. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Tell me all about Pons. When did you guys form this creation? And tell me a lot about the jumpsuits you're wearing. I would like to underline right now, everybody is wearing matching jumpsuits.
I suppose we are.
Well, yeah.
You know, you can't get caught out of uniform, as they say.
Yeah, if one person's wearing it, we all have to. Sort of the way it works. So, it's a binding contract. But, Pons, yes. Sam and I started Pons in the summer of 2018.
In North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina. The blistering heat down south.
Down south.
Yeah. But... No, we started
south.
down south.
It's like the middle of the country.
It's deep in there. You're in the boonies.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, we started it, like, right about when we graduated high school. And then moved up here and added old Sebastian to the mix.
About a year ago.
Yeah, about a year ago.
So what instrument and or vocals do you guys each do?
Well, I play guitar and lead vocals.
Yeah, and I drum live.
Yeah, I just do like auxiliary percussion.
Yeah, but on recording, we all are doing a whole load. Whoa. Mic there a little bit. We're all doing a whole load of things. But yeah, live, Seb and I do the double drums.
Nice.
And Sam is the melodic force.
Cool. So, okay. And you've been together. How long have you been together?
It's like 2.5, like a little over 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you have just completed your first album?
First album, first full length. Yeah.
Awesome. So did you guys self-record the album?
Yes. Yeah. All of our material so far has been self-recorded. Pons entirely. We can't bear to work with anyone else.
No, too meticulous.
Too much of a burden.
So, Boys Cruise came on this show ages ago, and Boys Cruise was fantastic. And I got to see Boys Cruise live. I have not gotten to see Pons play, though.
It's a very physical experience.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it similar? Because Boys Cruise had this insane stage presence that was kind of like overwhelming and somewhat outshadowed all the other bands.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to know, when you go into a Pons show, what is your experience likely to be?
You're not coming out the same, that's for sure.
I'd describe it as a fever dream.
A sweaty, torturous, harrowing, some might say.
I once had my toe sucked on stage, if that's any indication to this shenanigans.
The
Man
audience
fell
was
from the ceiling.
Yeah, a man fell from the ceiling. It's quite much more violent compared to Boys Cruise of an experience.
Someone broke their arm.
Someone broke their ribs.
Higher ground.
That was crazy.
Oh, ribs, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It
So
was sick.
there's no bass player.
No.
It's all
Not live, but
guitar.
yeah.
This is going to be wild.
Mr. Cameron.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yes.
So, okay, I know everyone hates this question. Everyone hates it. But if you had to pick a genre,
Yeah. We tend to say post-punk.
Post-punk.
Yeah. But it's kind of hard to dance music. Dance music, post-punk.
way out of left field.
Yeah. definitely like dance punk, post punk, glam rock sort of. It's hard to pin down.
Gotcha.
Blues band.
Yeah, we're the face of Southern rock. Yeah, Pons.
I've listened to like half the album, but I did it so long ago now that I'm cringing at myself. I should know better questions. But tell me about the album and the experience of listening to it.
Heavy.
Yeah, it's a very cerebral experience. Some may say. Deep dive into the brain. 7 deadly sins.
Yeah, we definitely wanted it to be like a complete like not just a collection of songs, but like an album, like a 45-minute album.
Yeah, definitely try to grip the listener. It's just going for a very angular and noisy and chaotic experience.
Right, and trying to like create one story, sort of.
Yeah,
it's got all these
just,
different pieces.
Yeah,
but...
just like a cohesive world, a cohesive like sound. And we were also trying to push it further in the dance direction, which we got sort of into after we released our EP, Dread. So yeah, that was sort of the first release because Dread was like had some dancey like aspects, but we really like tried to push it in the more like dance punk sort of style a little bit with this one.
I'm trying to imagine what a dance post-punk mosh pit looks like.
Oh, it's a sight to see.
Is there a lot of flailing and windmilly stuff?
It's
Or
lovely.
to do with themselves. Yeah.
Or stomping. Like there's so many different interesting dance moves. I always love to see these. And I don't know. The people come up with the craziest shit too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this... I guess it's more like techno metal. They do this arm stuff.
Oh yeah, like those
I've seen
videos
that.
of people doing the thing, the rave thing.
I still have yet to go to one of those.
It's a lot of arms, but it's
there's,
like
goth
metal
raves.
Goth girls.
Yeah,
there's a lot of goth girls
Take
on
me
the
to one of
internet.
those.
Yeah,
doing
I want to go to one of those.
I could get down with that.
I want to
flail
see
on.
that in the mosh pit. Only like I
Yeah.
don't know how you're gonna mosh like that, but I want to see like
If everyone just syncs up and coordinates and sort of
their
all
flails.
agrees on like, okay, we're doing this, then maybe it could work.
Kind of like the Macarena, only
Yeah,
way
exactly.
more pointy.
Yeah. You just have to sort of embed it into the culture and one of those dances that everyone just sort of like knows.
And it's even better in like a 10 by 12 basement where everyone's sweating and or cold and wet.
Yeah. So yeah.
People get moving a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Constant movement. Moving and grooving.
Yep.
So tell me about the last couple months. How has this been for you guys? Have you gotten to do... You got to release the album.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So
And
that was nice.
You get to push it online, which is fun-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's one thing to call it.
Have you guys tried doing any sort of marketing anywhere? I'm just trying to think of what you can do if it's not play out, which is obviously what we all want to happen.
Yeah. I mean, we did all the sort of standard online promotion stuff, with the blogs and all that stuff, sending out like hundreds of emails. Other than that, there really isn't like that much to do if you don't want to like pay for somebody to promote your stuff somehow.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely wish we could play. We had the plan to release this album around this time for like a while, so we just sort of had to roll with it.
Yeah, I'm sure that was disappointing as all this started.
Yeah,
You're
it's
like,
not the end of the
oh, it's gonna be fine, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's probably not gonna be fine.
Got endless material. Nothing, no problem. The output will be there.
That's true. That is what you can do right now is plan albums 2 and 3 and 4 and just keep on going with it because there's not a whole lot else you can do. The trick with that is not forgetting your old songs though.
Yeah. Well, no,
true.
there's also like like a black flag mentality or whatever. Like once a song is out, like not playing it live. Like once it's on recording.
Is that your mentality?
Not completely. I I like sort
Bring
of.
back some
I
songs.
wish we could. I wish I like want to
Yeah.
sort of, but like
I'd love to come back playing all new songs.
yeah, but I mean, you know, we'll probably it'll be mostly new stuff when we start playing again. Like probably like 90-80% new stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll get there. It's interesting. I got to talk with Anthony Girelli, is this guy's name, and his band is Fall from Silence.
Oh,
I
Fall
got that
from-
right.
yeah.
Yes, Fall from Silence. So he managed to do all of their recordings at home. They were all at home, and they all recorded them separately. And he made these wicked friggin' tracks in like 3 days. It took him like
That's
3
crazy.
days, including the time they recorded. Like he mastered this, and he made this insane. Like it's basically I think he's got 5 or 6 tracks now. So they made an EP during the pandemic. I'm very impressed with
Yeah.
it. I just keep on telling people about it just because
That's sick. Yeah.
you can come up with stuff when you're apart and all this bullcrap's going on and you're all kind of separated.
Yeah, that sounds like a total nightmare to orchestrate. We were fortunate enough to be in the same place.
Yes, when you're all
Yeah.
roommates.
Yeah, we're all living in
Oh,
the old Pons Manor, the Pons
yes.
Estate, as
Pons
some might
Street.
say. Yeah, Pons Street.
Pons Street. Oh no.
Yeah.
Pons in your ear.
Yeah,
Pawns in your
It's everywhere.
House of Horror, House of Tricks.
Oh yes. Yeah, you guys are fortunate. Can you drum where you live? Or is
Oh.
that all?
Oh no, much too
Not
loud.
right now.
That's what
too
I was
loud.
thinking.
Yeah, we have a
like, that
rehearsal
kinda-
space, but like much too loud. There's no way to get around the loudness of the two drums.
Right.
Can't turn those down.
No, and even electric kits, unless you got a lot of floor padding, that thing
Yeah, and
makes
it's
a
also
lot of
like
sounds.
that. Those are just destined to break.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you spend
Yeah.
like $5,000
Yeah,
on them. And it's like,
exactly,
why
yeah.
am I spending $5,000 on a kit I can't play out with? Which, yeah,
Yeah,
I
no.
feel you.
We just had to pull off a heist, cop one.
Watch out, Guitar Center.
Oh yeah, Guitar Center. No, watch out. Whatever the Vermont bank is. I don't know.
I'm liking the sound of this.
Yeah, it's better to pull off a bank heist. And
Yeah,
buy it.
I'd do it. The case of the Great Burlington Stockholm Syndrome fiasco.
Oh man, what a time to be alive! And I'm so excited when you guys get to play out again. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I will definitely be at one of your shows. This sounds
It's gonna
fun.
be ripping,
Real sweaty.
real sweaty, but real. Yeah, people don't know what they're in
I'm
for.
sweating right now just thinking about it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, so you guys are both from North Carolina.
We are.
Yes.
Jack, Sebastian, where are you from?
I'm from DC, Washington, DC.
We made him in our lab.
Yeah.
I'm Christian.
Yeah. The perfect drummer. No errors.
Human metronome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I really want to see this like side act. I didn't realize that because when you're listening, if you're not singing, you don't realize there's 2 drummers. Really.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know.
Yeah, if you
I was wondering.
The
I
live
thought there was,
shows are a
like,
lot
bass
different,
player real
yeah.
quietly.
Yeah. Live shows are a lot different. That's always sort of been the philosophy, is that the recorded material and the live material are somewhat separate bodies of work in like a way. Because
Right.
like since the recorded material is like fleshed out with like bass and sax and synth and whatever we want to
Strings.
add, like yeah, and they always just got to get adapted to the super minimal, just abrasive
Rhythmic.
gut punch.
Yeah, it's fun to play with the recordings. You can definitely. The thing with the recording is you sit there and you listen to it over and over and
Oh,
over
yeah.
again. It's not like live when you're just in the moment, and you do it and you feel it and you can't do that second over.
Yeah.
You can't like overmaster your music
Yeah,
unless someone
exactly.
as a third party is overmastering you as you play. That's the only way you're going to get that sound anyway.
Yeah.
So that's a kind of a cool concept. Like, oh, I'm just going to We're going to just make it totally different. We're going to make the live show and the recorded show just totally separate.
Yeah.
We're not going to bother because if we want to make it sound cool on the recording, we're never going to be able to duplicate it the same way. Because
Exactly.
that's it. A lot of bands try, and it kind of ticks me off. I've gone to way too many shows where you listen to them on the radio and you're like, these guys sound sick. And then you go to the show and they can't play their own song, and it's like, bad.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
oh,
it's
that's like
trash.
not good. Yeah, that is not good. That radio garbage is way edited.
Yeah, exactly. Because it would just be like impossible to even. I mean, it wouldn't be impossible, but like to play some of the stuff that we have recorded, we would need like so many more people in the band, like live, and that's just it can't work. It's so
No.
hard to get somebody
No.
like. It's just the impossible feat.
Well, that's what Queen did, and I feel like now that that's been totally exposed and everyone knows about it, like he repeated that track 26 times. There are 26 vocal tracks.
Yeah,
All of
yeah.
him singing on, was it Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah.
The part where it's like a choral effect is actually
Yeah.
him singing 26 times. And
Yeah,
they
that's the
recorded
way to go.
over and over and over again. It's like he knew he couldn't do that live, and he didn't try to.
Yeah.
But it's funny to think about, like, that long ago, back when they literally were like tape reels. Like, I'm doing 26 takes.
Yeah. And also personally, like I don't want to see a band live that just sounds exactly like their recording sound, because then what's the point? It's like I can just listen to the recording and not have this like sort of socially awkward but like also fun experience. But
There are certain bands that I'll let them get away with it.
Yeah.
There's like super technical metal bands.
oh yeah,
like Between the Buried and Me. I don't know if you guys know this band.
No, I don't.
know.
Yeah.
They're like super prog metal, basically. And their albums, you listen to this stuff and you're just like mind blown. And then you watch them play it live and they have the entire album
Yeah, just like
memorized.
downs to
Yeah,
every note.
yeah,
Yeah, I
and
guess it
it-
does sort of have to go like stylistically with what you're doing. Yeah, we've been listening to dipping our toes into some math rock recently. Nothing like technical like metal stuff, but like some of Zach Hill's. I don't know if you ever listened to him, but he's the guy who drums in Death Grips, and like
Nice.
all the shit that he
He's a
works on
crazy
is
drummer.
like, yeah, really insane. Totally in the pocket.
I love listening to drummers in general. I don't.
Oh, it's all
Rhythm
about the
is
percussion,
so
all about the
cool.
rhythm.
All about it.
It's so loud.
Yeah.
That's the one. I always wanted to play drums. They wouldn't let me play drums.
Yeah, it's the most.
And I still want to play drums, and it's still too loud.
Yeah, it is pretty loud. It's just the primitive experience, though. It's great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Gets the people going. Unlocks the primal instinct in people. Wait, Pons is gonna soon. He's not even gonna play guitar. He's just gonna be a third drummer.
You don't need any melody.
Yeah. We've transcended
rhythm.
the need for melody.
There you go. You can just
Yeah.
You can be a blend of spoken word and rhythm.
Yeah, rhythm tells all. So we make rhythm in like auto tune.
Yeah.
Just make it really, really all the double bass heavy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Somebody said the other day, somebody was like introducing me to somebody else, and he was like this like just like schlubby, like I don't know, whatever, schlubby guy. And the person who's introducing me to him was like, oh yeah, like Jack's in a band, like he plays in a band with like another drummer, like it's cool. And the first thing he says to me is, oh cool, so can you play double bass?
Oh my
And I was like, oh dude. I was like, if you're gonna be damn lucky if I don't take you on this pavement right here, right now, man.
Do you even listen to metal?
Yeah, there's a road right there, man. I'm waiting for that next fucking
double bass can be obnoxious.
pickup truck to come down.
Oh yeah, well I
We need to
mean,
get
No, I like it. I
We
like
can,
it.
we
But I
should
was just
get
like, I
one.
can't believe. I was
Yeah,
like,
no,
you
that's-
really,
yeah.
you human meme,
Yeah.
you music Chad.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, did he have a shaved head and wearing like a Metallica shirt?
No, it was more
Or
like
Slipknot.
guy with like flip flops and like like 25, but like kind of balding and like
Guy with flip-flops.
guy
I
with
feel like
flip-flops,
I
wearing
got
shorts
it
and shit,
right
you know.
there.
all you
Definitely
need to know.
Guy with
not wearing a
flip-flops.
tracksuit. That's
Can you
for sure.
even double bass?
Yeah, flip flop guy telling me, yeah, definitely not wearing a tracksuit. That's all I know.
Oh, these tracksuits. Okay, I gotta describe them. They're white. They've got checker print on them.
mm-hmm.
You kind of look like the crew from a NASCAR team or something.
Yeah.
But not, they're less covered with advertisements. There's
Yeah,
no
exactly.
advertisement.
Just wait until we sell out. I'm gonna be a walking advertisement. Just plastered
Mountain
Pepsi right here.
Dew.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
like-
missing the baseball caps.
Oh
too.
yeah. No, it's all about the checkers. It's the perfect pattern. It's predictable. You know exactly what's gonna happen. You just can't go wrong. So we own mostly checkered.
Just do a lot of
Size the
sports.
same.
Yeah,
sports.
Yeah, we need
Equal lengths.
We need to be very flexible and very athletic wear. Some might say.
Right. So is it always a tracksuit?
Well, we have these checkered tracksuits, and then we have checkered one-piece like skin suits.
Oh yeah, the onesie things.
Yeah, those
suits.
Yeah,
those
but
are
like, yeah.
And then
Do they have the faces?
No, it's just
No.
body.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
because that would be friggin' hilarious. I've never seen a band
Yeah.
except for like the Blue Man Group. Never mind, not hilarious.
Oh yeah.
biggest influence.
Yeah. Oh
Blue
my
Man
god.
Group.
I feel like some of our shows. I feel like big Blue Man
Yeah.
Group vibes.
Well, you got two drummers.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I'm just up there and I'm like,
we're
you
getting
know,
there.
this isn't too far away. You know, you take a couple steps to the right, and I'm gonna be wearing blue paint all over my body. You know.
If you scream a little louder, you will never be the Blue Man Group because they don't talk, do they?
No,
They don't
no,
do-
that's
they-
where the red flag is that they just like never break character.
That's what I thought, and they're like interchangeable, which I always thought that was weird. I'm pretty sure they like swap
they-
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the
Don't they
time that I
swap out
discovered
blue
that.
men and they're all blue, so you can't tell.
Yeah, it's like when I discovered that it wasn't just like the same three people, and that it's like this weird like corporate like entity of just like blue men.
It's
If we
great.
drummer
paint them
men.
all.
You don't
They
need a
changed
single.
their members.
Yeah, it's like a rotating.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There's like
Yeah.
there's
I
like
think
in
you
all
can
these
like
major
try
cities.
out
there's,
to
like-
be in the Blue Men Group. Like
interesting.
they all
Yeah.
go try to be blue men.
That's gonna be how we
It's
break into the industry.
It's genius because you don't need like a solid like personality, leading person type. You just have this like entity of blue
Yeah.
people.
That's how
You can
we're
just,
trying
like
to be,
throw
but
in
with,
anytime.
but with checkers. Oh yeah, and
I
then
wonder
yeah.
if they have like a backup blue guy.
Oh, I would say every
Definitely.
show.
They're like
just in case.
he's like in paint, he's
Yeah.
ready, and he's just
It's
there
like, oh,
jumping
dude,
like
like-
an
guy.
understudy.
They got 3 replacements in the
Yeah,
back.
it's like
ready to pop
guy
out.
number 6 just got like a carpal tunnel. Like get guy number 7. Like where
Quick,
is
get
he?
the backup blue guy. Oh man.
But yeah, we also tangent aside have checkered suits, formal attire, Pons formal. It's all part of the dress code, really.
Yeah.
It's a very
Yeah.
ska look.
Someone
That
told
was
us that
crazy,
today. That is
yeah.
so weird.
That's
so
yeah,
weird.
it's
I
the.
didn't know.
what about
Well, you
this is
guys
ska?
you're young, so you don't know the whole ska
No, we
movement.
don't. I was born in
But
2000.
That's it. The 90s and ska was huge, and the checkers are like the symbol of ska.
What?
Oh.
So, but ska is all about love and dancing and having fun. So, I mean, like, it's all good. But 100%, the checkers are like the symbol of
Well,
ska.
we're reclaiming checkers for the people. We're gonna take it away from those dirty ska bands, and we're bringing it back to the
Ska is
masses.
awesome. There's-
Never listened to a
there's some
ska
fantastic-
album.
Yeah,
in my
I've
life.
literally any album that came out before 2000. I guarantee
Oh,
you, I have not listened to it.
Ska punk, guys.
I've never any album that came out before 2000. Never
you guys
touched my brain.
have never heard of Streetlight?
Never.
Dude,
What is that?
Streetlight is a punk ska band. You need to check them out.
If it was before 2000, I don't.
I don't think so. No, they're all like 2002. It was part of the ska revival, but they
Oh,
were
wow.
like heavy ska.
Second wave ska.
It's very fast, like extremely fast. I fucking love
Yeah,
They're
I was
like one of my bands. I
just
love
have
them. They're so
I have
good.
such like a con. For some reason, I know it's like so different, but for some reason, when I think of ska, the first image that pops into my head is like Tom DeLonge. Like I know they're like
Tom
pretty.
DeLonge's not
I
ska.
know I'm
He's
saying they're
pop punk.
unrelated, but like for some reason, that's just like the vibe. Like Tom DeLonge's vibe is like also kind of the vibe of like some like all that ska stuff.
Yeah, I think what's that Real Big Fish?
Oh,
Yeah, I always think about.
She has a girlfriend now. Like that is like the iconic.
Yeah,
Because that was
sick.
even before my time. I was very little when that one came out. That was because that's even Streetlight, like pure ska people would be like, why are you bringing up Streetlight? Streetlight isn't ska. Like that's punk.
Ska purists, ska gatekeepers.
Yeah, so like I mean, there's definitely like levels. There's levels of everything, right? It's a very weird genre, though. It's kind of like funk mixed with.
Yeah. Oh, I
Like-
love me some funk.
I don't even know how to
Get
explain
out
it though,
town.
because it's like really upbeat funk mixed with like a brass band. Like I don't know. It's one of those weird hybrid genres that popped up out of nowhere, and then people are like, "Oh, it's a pure form," and they're like, "No, it's not. It's a hybrid of a hybrid of
Yeah, we
three
were
other
like,
hybrids."
we were like, why did that guy say that to us? And it's like we go out wearing these jumpsuit or these tracksuits, all right? You know, we're just minding our own business. We're just walking around. Everyone's just staring at us, and it's like, what? You never seen three guys wearing the same
Caught so many
tracksuit
stares
before?
today.
You know, it's like you
At
you
the
stare
same
at every
time
guy you
together.
see. Yeah, you stare at every guy wearing tracksuit you see, buddy.
Not
You know?
cool.
Yeah.
Not
See,
cool
if
at
you
all.
were like bouncing, you know how sports teams when they run together, they
Oh yeah,
bounce?
they do some like.
They'd all be
weird-
like, "Oh, they're on a sports team."
This is a sports team.
instead we look like a boy band.
Yeah. Yeah. We're blurring the lines between sport and music.
Did NSYNC ever wear matching outfits? See, I think you've even crossed that boundary. I don't think NSYNC ever wore like. Oh no, they did. I lie. They totally did have white tracksuits.
Really?
Actually.
Okay, now that I like. Was that no, what
They definitely
Justin
did.
Yeah, that's
Timberlake?
JT.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was-
Okay, now we're talking.
He was a child. He was like 14, and the rest of them were like 30.
Yeah, one of the greatest JT.
Yeah,
Oh man, where do I even start? Like
he's like
His rhythm is.
suit and tie.
Oh my god.
Get out of town.
Get out.
That song.
Oh,
That's a sexy
hilarious.
song.
Sexy back.
Yeah, sexy back.
I
Also
was
a
gonna
sexy
say,
song.
how old were you guys when "Sexy Back" came out? Like 3.
Like 5 years old.
Yeah, it was the first song I remember hearing in my consciousness.
Right? It's what motivated
Yeah,
you
it's
to
what
create music.
stemmed
The
my
biggest
musical
influence.
interest. Yeah, Mirrors. That song.
Just like
It's
a mirror.
interesting.
oh,
It's funny for me because I look at Justin and I think of him as a 14-year-old. He's kind of like the Bieber of the 90s.
Ah.
That's what he was. And
But
now,
he's like-
like,
you don't
you
see
guys
him
are like, have all
pissing
this
in
mad
mop
respect
He's
for him.
way,
Yeah.
way
Give that
better,
man an
way
Oscar.
better, way
yeah.
better.
Give him he's got to be close to the EGOT by now.
He's got to be. Oh, the EGOT.
The EGOT. Yeah, we've been
of-
talking about that.
What is the EGOT? I don't know what you're talking
So
about.
you got the Emmy,
Emmy.
the Grammy, the Oscar, and the Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, the Tony, the Canadian, the Canadian Oscars. Is that what that is?
I think it's like plays, like words for like the Oscars of play or like theater.
Yeah,
If
we're
I'm not
going for it.
mistaken.
We're starting our
Okay,
EGOT
I
campaign
gotcha.
right now.
There you go.
Yeah, you're hearing it now. And then
Show business.
in 2036, by the time that it happens, you can be like, they knew all the way
knew.
back then. In that hellhole of a year, 2020.
You guys should get a camera and just carry it around and make videos.
Yeah,
of
we're
your life.
we're
and
talking
just
about the
post
acting
them.
career. We gotta do it.
You guys are hilarious, just like in general. Like you could
Stand
get a
up.
good YouTube following just being yourselves walking around. Like, yeah, we all wear these.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna start
people
my
would be
stand-up
like, "What?"
routine. We were talking about that too. Stand up. I can't even. That stuff seems nerve wracking.
yeah,
I
it's
can't even.
Get a load of my wife.
Yeah, just like you just get. You just get
That's,
there and
that's the
complain about
majority
stuff.
of it.
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
like, you know what's up with this thing?
Yeah,
Everyone's
yeah.
like,
Just get like mad at,
Now
at
that's
whatever
funny.
that thing is,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the-
that's some accurate cultural
and everyone
criticism.
laughs.
It's basically like learning a monologue. It's a
Yeah,
lot
it's
like being
crazy.
one of those like a Shakespearean actor where they do those soliloquies for like 10 minutes where they're just like tomorrow and tomorrow. They just kind of stand there and they go through the same,
like the same
the
20
exact same
jokes,
wording, and they'll do the same pauses and the same movements every time.
So crazy.
Because I got to see John Mulaney in Montreal, and I freaking love John Mulaney. I don't know if you guys know who John.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know John Mulaney
Freaking
is.
hilarious.
funny.
I love him. He reminds me of Howdy Doody. He's just so wholesome and wonderful and fucking hilarious. Anyway, they recorded that show, like the same one he did on that tour, and they made like an actual special of it. You can watch it now. He did the exact same movements in like on stage
that's
through the whole
wild.
thing. It was like
Yeah.
watching the exact same show on a bigger stage, like just
That's
on
crazy.
TV.
Yeah, yeah. A
But,
lot of
like,
people don't even realize like
Yeah, so I feel
the
like
science.
yeah, I'm sure they're nervous, but it's just kind of like you learn your material and you know it's good, and you
Yeah,
just you
everything
go
is
for it.
calculable.
Because I couldn't get like, can anyone get up there and really be funny? I don't know.
Oh, man.
I see a lot of these
Yeah.
comedians who are kind of, what do they call it when you just show up and you interpretive acting and they yell things at you?
Yeah,
What
like
that's called?
I can't even imagine. You like I feel like bailout, like panic mode is you just go full like coked out Robin Williams, like
Impressions.
impressions, bouncing around the stage, yelling at people, sweating.
That's true. Robin
sweating your
Williams
ass
is
off.
fantastic.
Yeah.
You could always bust out like a chicken impersonation.
Yeah, if you act like a chicken, cluck around. Everyone loves that. Everyone, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is very true, actually. And
Everyone loves
Jim
that.
Carrey
And
does
per-
that.
it's Jim
stuff,
Carrey.
too.
Peak
He used
of
to.
comedy.
He's gotten way more, like, he's gotten so depressing.
Yeah, he like
Since
did
that-
like
He's an intellectual
that movie.
now.
Yeah, he's an
all of a sudden he's like super serious and we respect him, but he used to just be like the goofy guy.
it's all those comedians. They're all so sad.
They are all so sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
deep
So
down.
sad.
Yeah.
I was-
Bobo
I'm
the
still
clown.
sad
Aw.
about Robin Williams. That one hurt.
Oh yeah, that's the oh man.
Because
That's
he
crazy,
was really
Robin.
awesome at doing that. You guys are right. He was like the one person who you could just put him on stage.
Remember Flubber?
Yeah, and
Was
he's
that
just
is that Robin Williams?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And they bring him on talk shows, and they couldn't ask him a question. He
Yeah,
just
he
talk
just,
and
like,
go and go and go, and everyone would be
manhandles it.
dying. And they're like, "We got to cut him off." They just like cut him
Yeah.
off mid sentence because they had to show a commercial. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great at that, but he was also like, I think he had like some sort of weird anxiety thing,
Yeah,
where
something
like
was
he
up,
had
yeah.
to like keep doing that, because that's what Jim Carrey said in that documentary, was that he has to make people laugh. Like it's
That
like
one
a
about
need.
when who was he playing? Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, and yeah.
Is that the documentary you're talking about?
Yeah, that exactly,
that one's pretty
where
crazy when he got all like lost in that role.
Yep, and he really opened up about like, I need to be I need to be that star all the time. And he said he literally has been living the Truman Show. Did you guys watch?
Yeah,
Truman
yeah.
Show? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's an old reference, but
I like associate that movie so closely with like somebody like this like really random kid Sam and I used to know from.
did he think that he? That's an
No.
actual
shout out Alex Stewart.
Shout out.
Did he think he was in a reality show?
No, I think that's just like the only time I saw that movie was at.
Oh, I see.
their
Gotcha.
house.
By association.
Yeah,
Good
Gotcha.
movie.
Yeah, classic.
That's a real thing, apparently. That's an actual mental disorder. People think that there's like a reality show and the whole world
Whoa,
is
yeah.
devoted
Well,
to
one
them.
time, yeah. Speaking of that, wow. Like, is there any cap on the topic?
Oh,
of
no.
drug talk. Okay, yeah. I
Like,
didn't know
you
if
can
there-
talk about whatever.
I didn't know if there was, like, some
Don't be
FCC.
like, go buy
Yeah,
drugs
yeah,
from this
man.
dude.
Such a part.
Getting deep.
Yeah.
Besides that, we're good.
But
Talking
like,
about New
let's
York.
see, yeah, New York, the reality
Yeah.
show thing, the
Yeah.
existential
Crisis.
crisis.
That
Yeah.
was
So like last year,
terrifying.
I think we played in Jersey, and And then the next day we're like, oh yeah, like let's go to New York City. And we were like, we have these like mushrooms, might as well like take them. And
In the city?
Yeah, in like Manhattan.
Nice.
And so yeah.
Do you any of you know much about Manhattan?
Oh, I mean, Sam and I are from
little
North
bit.
Carolina.
Maybe
Like
a little bit.
it was a train.
Were you
wreck.
walking around with your heads pointed up?
Well, we went into the Museum of Natural History, like
had
the
a
night of the
plan.
museum first, and that was like a absolute shit show. That was
Like every corner you
Mania.
turn, there was like a mannequin of
that was
something.
like that was a full
That's
of
what I
And there were a
was
lot of
thinking.
corners.
horrifying,
It's
horrifying.
full of like caveman.
Yeah, that maze of a
statues.
building. It was such a super primitive
Very
experience.
prime. Yeah.
But then we went to Central Park and we were walking around and somehow like stumbled into the middle of some like set where they were filming. I don't know what they were filming, but it looked like pretty high budget, like some like TV show.
A lot of cameras. A
Lot of
people
cameras.
like getting ready.
But yeah,
Yeah,
we didn't like
everything,
notice it
makeup
until we
done.
were practically standing like in the middle of this set, and then we start like looking around, seeing like all these cameras, and it was like a true moment of like, oh shit, like I'm in the Truman Show. Like my whole life has been like a lie. Like why are all these people filming me? Like am I doing something weird
Instant
right now?
discomfort.
Like where instant just like it actually like I wanted to just spontaneously combust. And then we realized
So we had
that
to get
were
out
just-
of there.
Yeah, we got out of there. We had to get out of Dodge for
Real
sure.
quick.
Yeah. But basically,
Did
it was
anyone
so,
notice
like,
you?
horrifying. Well, it's not. They weren't like shooting, but it was like
I see.
there was this
you were
really
just
like
in the wrong area.
yeah. They were like doing this lady's makeup, and like there were a bunch of like lights and like guys with
All
cameras
of
and
a
like
sudden,
people
it got
talking. and,
real
like,
serious.
yeah, and we were like, oh wait, yeah. Sam was like, dude, like, why are all those cameras? Like, why are all those cameras here? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, oh my god, it was just had to.
Yeah, I would imagine that's probably like the worst time to suddenly walk onto a set. Where
Yeah.
you feel
When
very
you're-
judged and looked
You
at.
just feel super self conscious.
there were a bunch of people doing like contortion stuff.
Yeah,
too.
a bunch of street performers.
Yeah, that was
That's
crazy.
incredible.
That
Yeah,
was
we're not-
crazy.
us Southern belles were not meant for the city. It was to change of pace from my debutante upbringing.
Debutante upbringing. Should we get into this? Did you have a debutante?
No.
ball?
I knew. I literally like knew. I really wish I could remember who it was, but like I knew someone who actually did
Wore
the
the
whole like
gloves
debutante
and did
thing.
the
It's like
thing?
super weird. Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah,
It sounds
I
totally
can't even-
barbaric.
Yeah,
Southern
like super
royalty.
primitive. Yeah, southern aristocracy.
And it's about like auctioning these girls
Just-
off.
Yeah, like
basically, to the
marrying them,
highest
like
bidder.
who the most like suitable bachelor. Like
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
right. Yeah, I don't know too much about.
No, we
it.
really
It's a
came from
weird
like
scene.
we came from the thick of it. We were like from Winston-Salem, which is like just like it's a cigarette. If you think of a cigarette and
A lot
then
of
think of like
cigarettes were invented there.
yeah, it's like that's the only reason it exists.
Camels, Winstons.
Literally one of the towns by us is called Tobaccoville. Like actually, no joke. It's so bad. And
Is there a lot of people there?
yeah, Winston is like it's like one of these big it's like yeah, one of the bigger cities in North Carolina. It's like a little smaller
Right.
than like Charlotte or like Raleigh or something, but yeah, I don't know. Very weird place though. Very like Vineyard Vinesy, you know.
Tobaccoville.
Yeah, Tobaccoville. Chew some dip, man. Go down to the
Yeah.
mud, drive my
Go
Jeep around,
Mess around in the mud.
mess around in the mud, fuck my car up,
Yeah.
smoke some
Get real,
cigarette.
get real dirty in the mud.
Drink some moonshine, man. Yeah, take me back, bury me in North.
Isn't that literally called mudding or something
I
like
don't
that?
know, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's totally a
Mud.
mudding. It's interesting the redneck terms, how they like mudding. I think is a universal redneck term.
Yeah.
I think all rednecks in this country and probably Canada go mudding.
Yeah,
Like that is a verb. You can do it.
it is. Is it? I wonder if it's in the
One
dictionary at
month.
this point.
Yeah.
It probably is.
it needs to be added
they
in.
put a freaking emoji in Webster's
really?
dictionary. It kind of made me want to shoot myself.
Yeah,
Just a
that's
little
like.
No,
are we
they-
actually in this timeline? Like, what happened?
I'm ready for it. Bring
I
it
think
on.
we glitched at some
It happened
point.
when we actually the theories are right. Like we jumped the timeline, and that's why all the Nelson Mandela stuff
I
happened.
was gonna say the Mandela
and now
effect.
it just sent us on to this like totally bonkers universe.
Yeah,
He actually died in the real world when everyone thought he did, and that's the normal. No, we're just having we're having a Bernie Sanders 2020 in that like world.
right.
Bernie
Sort of
Sanders is
scrambled.
going for his
That's it.
second term, and it's in the bag.
They claim they have proven that we live in a simulation. So I mean, if there's a simulation, you can duplicate it.
Yeah, and then
Like,
they
real
really
easy.
mess this one up.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's super easy to mess it up.
like, why
right?
couldn't we be like programmed for the one where everything like works? Like everything's like a utopia.
You guys don't remember the Berenstein Bears because the Berenstein
No,
Bears were like
yeah.
older than me. Dude,
Well, I know,
I
like,
had the Berenstein Bears. It's Berenstein, it's not Berenstain, and that one really upsets me because like we had those cartoons on tape when I was a kid. Like,
Well, what is it that some people just claim that it's spelled,
no, if you look it up, it's Berenstain.
and then everyone remembers it being
It's Berenstein. It's the Berenstein
Oh, yeah,
Bears.
yeah,
and like it's
yeah.
really upsetting. That one upsets me. My middle school history teacher, she told us all. We were taught Nelson Mandela died
That's
in
wild.
prison.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then
What
because the
happened?
Mandela effect, all of this started after I was in middle school.
Yeah.
So we were taught by a woman about 70 years old that Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 80s. So like that was a wild moment.
conspiracy.
Like, wait, I thought he already died, but I was so young that like it didn't, you know,
Didn't, like,
it didn't
click.
upset me
Yeah.
like it did for older people. But yeah, he already died according to my teacher when I was about 14.
Yeah, like if the equivalent of that happened to me, like right now, that might ruin my month. I would send me into like a mental spiral, just like doubting my every decision. Like, wait, what is
Yeah.
reality?
Yeah,
Do I know anything?
There's so many of them too. The more you look up about the Mandela effect, it's
So many examples.
it really is. It's bothersome. Like the one that really kills me, and I'm very torn about it. I don't know what to think. The Queen one.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Oh, the Queen. Okay, so We Are the Champions. How does the song end?
I don't know.
We are the champions of the world.
Of the
yeah,
world.
of the world, yeah.
That's not how it ends.
How's it
What?
work?
What?
It ends with We Are the Champions, and he just trails off.
No
he never
way.
does the epic of. Oh, whoa. Sorry. Let it die down in the sound.
Yeah.
He never does the epic of the world.
Yeah,
like
no
that
way.
What's that
doesn't
from?
exist
No way,
on
yeah.
the studio album. That doesn't exist.
What is that? Like, how? I've definitely heard that.
So
before.
there's live versions where he does that, but the audio quality is totally different.
Yeah.
Like you can tell you're listening to a live album, you can hear the crowds. Like
that.
but I remember being a kid in the car with my parents singing that song of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
like that's
Yeah.
there's a
well,
lot of
case
them
in
that
point,
like
yeah.
they just make your brain itch. Like what
Yeah.
and the Berenstein Bears, that one like really cuz I had the books, I had
Yeah,
the
it
videos.
hit close to home.
We had it. And like I went and dug it up. I literally went and dug up our old VHS and it says Berenstain. And I about cried. I was like,
It can't be
"No,
real."
This is so wrong. And there's so many weird things like it. Anyway, we're totally off on a random. Everyone should look up the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Because
Do it.
we are in a
Fascinating. Very
simulation and
important.
Yeah.
glitched.
Wake up. Wake,
Wake
up.
up. Birds
Yeah.
aren't real.
Yeah, yeah.
That's unreal.
It's all a false reality.
Oh man. Okay, is there any other topic that you guys want to talk about related to the band?
I have something, I think.
Spit it out.
2024 Pons on Survivor.
Oh yeah,
The
we're making the
hit TV
campaign
show.
right now. I'm glad
There
you
you
brought
go.
this up.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Are you gonna go as a trio
Throw our
and compete
application.
together
Ideally,
as
yeah.
a team?
Ideally, yes, we would like go to the producers and like be like you know like pitch ourselves as like the conniving, like the villainous like characters. Like
We
I don't know, we
win.
could maybe like ask if like we could like wear the tracksuits or something. Like they might be into that. I don't know.
When at all costs.
Yeah, when at all costs. Yeah, no mercy. We'd be ruthless, cheating, just really breaking our word with people. I'm ready. I'm ready to
Big-
go full.
Big old
Gotta win.
liars.
Yeah, big kahuna on the island.
This
Yeah.
is a great idea. I
But
really
yeah,
think
we're
you should
starting it now.
compete as one unit.
Yeah, that's
like
what we're
I don't
saying.
think one of you can get voted off. Like you need to be
No,
one unit.
they have to be like, I vote off Pons.
the band
Yeah,
in your
yeah,
ears.
yeah. in your ears. Yeah, but Jeff Probst, we're gonna get through to him. We're gonna contact him somehow. Like everyone has a price.
Jeff, you have my number.
Yeah,
Call me
you
whenever.
know where to find us.
Know
Jeff.
where to talk to us.
And he also knows what will happen if he doesn't put us on the 2024 season like he promised.
Harsh
Something
consequences.
nice.
Yeah, we're in with the.
So why 2024? Is that because when you're all done?
No, it's all part of the.
Or is this part of your like 5-year plan?
No, it's that part of the master plan. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You should tell me more about the master
It's
plan.
Pons phase 1.
Yeah.
Can't give too much away about it, but
It's all
very
planned
much
out.
in action. The gears are turning right now.
The future is
It's all planned.
very
It's all right there.
heavily noted out.
Every step. Been following this plan for like a year and a half.
Good. Keep following the plan.
It's no deviation.
It's working.
Routine,
awesome.
routine.
Yeah, once you make a plan once, why put in the effort to ever change it?
Okay, plug your Facebook, plug your locations.
Oh, yeah. Instagram at Pons_the_band. And Facebook.
Spotify.
Pons. Spotify.
Look up
Pons.
Pons.
P-O-N-S.
Bandcamp.
First thing you see.
P-O-N-S.
Pons. Yeah, you can't miss it. You can't miss it. The advertisements, all the big companies, they're pushing it everywhere. You just gotta turn on your Google browser. You'll find it. It'll work its way into your feed.
And search for Pons the band.
Yeah,
Because I
intellect.
think
it
that-
is part of the brain, so that might confuse your
ear.
in your ear. That might confuse your Google a little bit, but
You should just add the tagline in your
Heretics.
ear.
in your ear.
Like
Spotify
it won't be part
header.
of your name, but you'll just say it after.
Yeah, like everyone needs a
Copyright
catchphrase.
it.
Yeah, everyone needs. Yeah, we gotta copyright something soon.
Yeah,
that's the other
soon.
thing. Just something.
I get onto something.
Yeah, like what was that phrase that we saw that was copyrighted the other day? That was like, it was like the perfect match or something like that. And we're like, can you?
Was it the perfect pair?
Yeah, it
of
was like-
sticks. It was drumsticks.
Yeah, it was like a drumstick brand. It was like the perfect pair, like copyrighted. And we are like,
It was the
can you-
Vic Firth like drumsticks.
You can copyright
yeah.
the phrase "the perfect pair."
Yeah, that
like
seems
how?
a little.
Yeah, absolute
Genius.
genius. It's like they
Well-
took some notes from Gene Simmons,
Facebook copyrighted their blue.
like that shade of blue.
That shade of blue is owned
That's-
by Facebook.
That's so dumb.
Smart
Same.
move.
Yeah, that is
so
smart.
stupid.
We got to do that. Pons has to copyright some like. Well,
Checkers.
did they like make that like generate that specific shade of blue themselves, or did they just like find?
Yeah, they
one that
like pick, you know, the 32,000 colors.
And money can buy anything.
226 whatever number. Is
and they just like paid for the copyright.
Facebook's.
Yeah,
It's a
And
genius idea.
I don't know if it ever. I know they filed a claim. I honestly don't know if it went through. It's probably just in like a scenario similar to
Yeah.
theirs. I bet you can use that color as like a text, something with text or something, but not like
We're
you
gonna
can't like
copyright-
wrap an
yeah.
R in the Facebook blue.
Yeah,
Like,
we're
they're not
gonna
let you do
copyright
that.
tracksuits.
There you go.
Just
Pay
in general. Yeah, you have to give us royalties for every tracksuit sale. I mean, we've done so much for the tracksuit industry at this point that they really should be catching up.
The modern face of tracksuits.
Yeah, of men's fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, high fashion.
So, how often do you wear the tracksuits?
Oh, well, it depends on what kind of week it is.
We're on a rotation.
Yeah, it's on. I would say anywhere. If it's like if we're in the thick of it, you know, like this bad boy might be coming on like every day. But, you know, if it's just
That's what I
here
was
in
wondering.
quarantine time, I mean, it is the thing that if one person's wearing it,
Everyone.
everyone has to put it on. So
You need like Monday suit, Tuesday
Yeah.
suit,
We
and they should
have-
have them like labeled.
yeah, we definitely need more checkered. If anyone has checkered
Always
clothing
looking for
that you're trying
more.
to get rid of,
Yeah.
you know where to find us. Just send it our way.
If you have any fashion inquiries,
Yeah, if you want us to model for anything, model for your
Pons.
brand, just let us know.
Pons is available.
Yeah, Pons is more than available. There's been all studies have shown that after a brand has used Pons, that their sales have gone up.
All
50%.
studies. All studies.
All the studies that have been conducted on it.
Okay. All right. We're going to call it here. This has been awesome, guys. Thank you all
Excellent.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for listening to the show. Thank you, Pons. You guys are all awesome. I love the jumpsuits. They're hilarious. Go check out Pons on Facebook. Check them out on Spotify. Check them out on Instagram. Check them out everywhere. Pons, the band. Check out the show notes for this episode at vermonttalks.com/19. Find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram, find me on Twitter, find me in all of the places that you can find a person on social media. I will be there. Find me on my own website, vermonttalks.com. Send me an email, reach out to me if you want to be on the show, if you know one who should be on the show. Smash the subscribe button, please. Please. Spread the knowledge, spread the awareness. Thanks so much for listening. That's what was new in the 802. Have a great day. The Vermont Talks show music was created by Jason Baker. Thank you so much, Jason, for making the music. You can check out his website at jbakervt.com.